4 factors of longevity. Coach Barrick here, Equity Podcast, giving you tools to be fit for life. What we're going to talk about today are the 4 factors of longevity. Longevity's really come into the mainstream, I think, a bit. And we want to focus on what does longevity mean? We've talked a little bit about this in the past. What we really mean isn't lifespan, how long you are alive, the number of years you are alive. What we want to think about is our health span. And can we make our health span as far out and as close rather to our lifespan as we can? And what we mean by lifespan is doing all the things that you want to be able to do. Can you still go for a hike and play with the grandkids and do all the things that you want to do as long as you want to be able to do them? Right? So instead of the last 20 years of your life just sitting in a chair, can you still go out and do things? Can you still travel when you're 85? Can you still sit on the floor with your great grandkids when you're 90? Can you still go to the beach? Can you still go for a walk? We want to be able to do all those things that we want to be able to do for as long as we want to be able to do them. So these are the 4 factors that are going to really help you towards expanding your health span. And the first one is leg strength. Leg strength is going to give us the ability to be mobile. It's going to give us the ability to get up off of the ground and to get down, right? The risks of falling when we age is so high that and it's because of leg strength. And part of leg strength is also balance, coordination. When we have that leg strength, our balance is more likely to be better as well. So we're less likely to fall. And even if we do fall, we have the strength to be able to not be a catastrophic event. We want to be able to get down on the ground and to get up off the ground. We want to be able to be mobile. So if you can do those things, we're going to have an extended health span. By working on our leg strength, by having more leg strength than we need now, it's going to be harder for us to lose it later. If we can keep our leg strength around, if we can grow our leg strength, if we can grow it, if we can keep it longer, it's going to keep us more independent. If you can't move, if you can't get up off the ground, you're going to need somebody around you. And at a certain point, once that happens, you're going to need help and you're not going to be independent anymore. So we need that leg strength so we can use the toilet, so we can get up off the ground, so we can go see friends, so we can go make our own food, so we can do all those things that we need to be able to do. And if we have excess amounts of that leg strength, instead of just focusing on daily habits that we have to be able to do in order to stay independent, we can even do the things that we love doing. We can go hiking. We can go to the library. We can go to the beach. We can do all those things that we want to be able to do. Right along with this, with leg strength, is grip strength. And grip strength we're using as a catalyst for just upper body strength. But a great way to test that is with some kind of grip tester. Can you carry weight in your hands? Can you carry your body weight in your hands? Great test. And the reason that we want grip strength is so that we can do everyday tasks. So we can cook, so we can open things, so we can help get ourselves up off the ground, so we can pick things up, so we can pick people up. We want to be able to do those everyday tasks. If we do not have that upper body strength, if we fall, we can't catch ourselves and we're more likely to hurt ourselves. If I have grip strength, I probably have some decent upper body strength, And now if I fall or if I misstep, I can catch myself because I have the strength to be able to do that. That's going to make me more independent. The more upper body strength, the more grip strength I have, the more leg strength I have, the longer I can stay independent. The longer it's going to take for that muscle to deteriorate. It's going to happen, but can we slow it down? That's what we're looking for. And having grip strength and leg strength is going to help us do that. We want to be able to do all those things. So strength side. Then the third one is our VO2 max. This is the ability for us to deliver resources to our body. We need to be able to deliver oxygen. We need blood. Our body needs to be able to get resources to it so we can use those. We also need to be able to breathe heavy. We need to be able to do work. If walking up the steps, you start breathing heavy, that's not a great sign. We need to be able to do work so that when life throws something at us, we can handle it. And if we build that VO2 max, our resting heart rate's going to go down, our all of those factors are going to get better. Doing a minor task isn't going to get us all jacked up. We're not going to be breathing heavy. Our heart rate isn't going to increase. We can just do that work at a regular rested pace. It might go up a little bit, but it doesn't spike up. We want to be able to go for a walk and not be breathing heavy the whole time. We want to be able to carry in the groceries and be all right to do that and not need a rest afterwards. We want to be able to go out and garden. We want to be able to do all those things. Having a high VO2 max lets us say, hey, we can deliver resources to our body. I can breathe heavy and I can be all right. If you can do more work, then all those little smaller tasks aren't going to be as challenging. If I can run a mile in 8 minutes, walking 400 meters isn't going to be an issue. Walking up 5 flights of stairs isn't going to be an issue. So if we can build that VO2 max, everything else is going to be easier, no matter what it is. So we want to work on that VO2 max. And the final one is connection. We want to build relationships with people. Having those personal relationships helps build purpose. It helps with cognition. It helps feeling part of something. When we isolate ourselves, we're not all that we could be. We want to be around other people. We need to be around other people. Now, we still have extroverts and introverts and extroverts. But even if being around other people drain you, an introvert, that doesn't mean you don't need it or like being around other people. It just means it takes some energy, and that's okay. We still want those connections with other people. We want to have that significant other, the kids, the grandkids, the parents, the brothers, the sisters, the good friends, the best friends. We want that person that you can tell your biggest wins to. It's very easy to talk about your struggles sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to talk about your struggles. But when you have that big win, who do you go tell? Who's going to be super excited for you? Having more people like that in your life is going to be super awesome. That's going to help you have an extended health span. When we're by ourselves, that's when it shortens. So we have leg strength, grip strength, VO2 max, personal relationships. These are the big 4 that we really want to focus on to help expand our health span. You can do a lot of these at home. Rucking is a great option. Carrying a bag with some stuff in it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Grab a bag. You can get, you can probably find a cheap bag. If you don't even have an old backpack, find one at Goodwill or find a cheap one at Walmart or something. Throw some water bottles in it. Throw anything you got laying around. Just go for a walk. And if that's too much, just start with a walk, right? That's going to help build some leg strength. Putting that weight on it's going to build some leg strength. Now your body has to use that. Try and find some hills. Use the steps. Squat a little bit. When you sit up out of a chair, don't use your hands, right? We want to work on that leg strength. For the grip strength, we can go for a walk and just carry something. Carry something in your hands. Get a grip thingy. Hang from a bar. Carry stuff. Carry the groceries in. Go the long way. Find something to build that upper body strength. For the VO2 Max, walk a little bit faster, right? This week, do 20 minutes. Figure out what your average distance is, and then try and go a little bit farther in those 20 minutes. Push yourself a little bit farther. Get breathing heavy. And it's going to be tough. But then when you keep doing that, it's going to get easier. You go back to that first run or that first walk, and it's going to be easy. Do something a little bit faster. Walk, run, bike. Find something that you like to do. Find something that's sustainable. And then start leaning into other people. Start asking better questions, listening. Don't just hear what they say and then wait for your turn to talk. Actually listen to people, ask them questions. Be the person that other people want to hang out with. It's like, man, ask yourself after you're done meeting with somebody, would that person want to hang out with me again? If the answer is no, what would I want to do better? What do I like seeing in another person? Ask questions, listen. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Connect with other people. One of the options to get all four of these is obviously to come to equity. You're going to get all of these. We're going to work on leg strength and grip strength. You're definitely going to work on your VO2 max. You're going to be around other people. When you're around somebody 4 to 6 times a week, you're going to build a relationship with somebody. You're going to up the average of the 5 people you're around with the most. When you're around other people that are also trying to work on these 4 things, you're going to be that next person that's going to up those 4 things. Find people that are also trying to do this. That's going to make it easier. You have a group of people you meet with 3 times a week. One day of those weeks, maybe you go for a walk. When we can build extra strength, VO2 max, and personal connection, that's going to sustain us later in our life. If we build that up now, we have excess now, and we find sustainable habits to keep building these things over time, we're going to be able to hold on to it even longer, and that's going to expand our health span. Find things that are sustainable. We don't want those one fixes, those 1-day fixes, those 1-month fixes. We're looking for this for years. When we have somebody join the gym, I'm very upfront. I don't care if you're fitter in a month. I really don't. I care if you're fitter in 5 years. I care if you're fitter in 5 years. If you think this might help somebody, please share it with them. Our goal is to have more happy, healthy people in the world. And I think this one really can hit home for some people. When you have something to track, when you're like, oh, okay, these are the 4 things that I need to be focusing on for that long term, it can really give a little more insight. It can give some more direction into what they're looking for. Would you add something to this list? Were you surprised with something that was on it? Let me know. Please like, share if you think this might help somebody. Like I said, the whole reason we do this is to have more happy, healthy people in the world, and by sharing it with somebody, hopefully it helps them towards that journey. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to add a tool to your toolbox. Cheers.